And quickly the other way in transition. Oh, nice running the floor and the flush from the big fella. Badio getting in and putting it off the glass and in. Attempted putback by Mustafa Diop, but he did not succeed. South Sudan, meanwhile, go and punish them at the other end. It's a 5-point swing. So they've improved to 4-4. And here's the defense for South Sudan, getting it and going up and throwing it down. Well, Ding has been terrific in the second quarter. Doing it all. Look at this. Just get it to me. But it is a South Sudan team that thrives on the emotion. And when they don't make their shots, all of a sudden, here we go. Throw it down. Oh, he took off, didn't he? In the middle of the lane and made no mistake. Mbai Njai. Now 1 of 4. Omot has it knocked away by Badio, who's going to try to sprint ahead. He gets in, he dunks it. You are not going to block that, my friend. Terrific, aggressive play from Branko Badio. Sunday Deck went up, kind of lost their direction on both ends. And Badio leans into the basket. Bounce pass. Kuth had to catch it from behind. And here is a good-looking shot from three-point range. Let's see if that triggers. Omot crosses midcourt, puts it up. Oh, he banks it in! That's it. Because, folks, you make a deposit when the bank is open. And I tell you what, he's defense picking up a little bit here for the Senegalese out on the perimeter. And the drive, Omot is fouled. They're going to count it. Chance for a three-point play. Endor back to Branko Badio. Run off the three-point line by Barr, and just a terrific drive. He maintained his eyes on the hoop, and even while falling down. You heard Diop say, we're good. In other words, don't panic. But this is big. If it goes, and it does, the three-pointer, a 7-point lead now for South Sudan. Can Senegal do something special? You know they're looking for the three. Badio, he puts it up. It's good. A little more hope. Gets it back to a 6-point game. Everybody knew the talent was there. And they're going to keep it. And the celebrations are on in South Sudan. And here in Alexandria for this team.
Are we ready? Welcome to the second press conference here in Alexandria. With this historic moment happening here in Egypt, South Sudan beating Senegal 83-75 to qualify for the World Cup for the very first time, in their very first time attempt. Coach, I'm going to ask you for the meaning of this moment for you as a coach, as a citizen of South Sudan, as a former basketball player, as a coach. What does that mean to you as a South Sudanese?
It means everything. This is what we wanted to accomplish. We still have a lot of work, but in anything, I don't care how anybody measures it. Anytime you make history in anything, it could never ever be erased. From the guys that played with us from the first day, from Zone 5 to the guys that are here today, they will be forever remembered. In 2023 is when South Sudan made the World Cup for the first time ever. And anytime in life you're a part of something that's going to be historic, and basketball is going to be something special in our country for a long time. These guys are always going to be remembered for being the first group to make it happen.
Absolutely. Noni, just really your thoughts on this historic win here in Alexandria.
It's unbelievable, you know. It's a dream come true for everybody, you know, the nation, the team, you know, the coaching staff, everybody that's a part of this journey. It's a surreal feeling, you know. like Lou said, everyone who was in Zone 5 to now, you know, a lot of people didn't think that we could accomplish this. But, you know, we're here now, and it's, you know, we can't thank the fans enough because they've supported us from day one. And, you know, I'm just thankful to be able to be a part of history. You know, everyone who's believed in me and who's been, you know, sticking by my side through everything. You know, this is the best feeling ever. You know, and I'm just very happy to be able to do this with my brothers and my family. You know, this is just an amazing feeling.
Coach, 11 lead changed in this game. I mean, how do you describe this game for most of the 40 minutes against Senegal?
It was honestly, it was such a tough game. You know, the coach Sagana did such a great job of using the unit that he got to really try to, you know, take advantage of, you know, whatever situation, whatever lineup we had. And I thought he's done a good job, especially in the third quarter, that we had to change a few things ourselves. You know, coaching a lot of times, you don't want to react to the other team. Once you catch yourself doing that, you just hope that whatever you put out there answers to whatever they're doing. And I thought today, you know, Senegal really had us on the ropes for a little bit that we had to answer. And we found a way. These guys played hard defensively. And, you know, it means a lot to us, especially to win against a team that beat us last time. Our only loss so far is against this team. And I think for us, you know, to get them back also means a lot.
Absolutely. Noni, South Sudan lost to Senegal twice. First time at AfroBasket 2021, and then in the last window in Monastir in August. So what was the mindset coming to this game? What was the strategy you know, within the team to turn things around?
I mean, the coaches did a really good job of putting together the scouting report. We knew last time we played, they dominated us on the boards, second chance points, and transition. So, you know, our initial, you know, thought going into the game was, you know, having play in the half court, you know, because our game plan was, you know, defensively we got to play how we play defensively. If we can keep them in the half court, our chances are going to be very high for us to win, because we felt offensively we're going to get, you know, we got shooters, we got everybody, we got, you know, guys that can do multiple things. So our mindset just going into the game was just getting stops and obviously limiting, you know, offensive rebounds and transition. And I think we did a really good job. I mean, they had stretches where, you know, they had a couple offensive rebounds and transition points, but in the fourth quarter, I feel like we really picked it up and locked in on that end.
Lowell, there is no memory in African basketball history of a team that qualified to the World Cup in their first attempt. What does it say about this? This project that you are leading as a coach and as the president of the federation.
You know, I want to give a lot of credit to our players, our staff, people that believed in us. It hasn't been easy, but I really think that it wouldn't have been possible if we don't have the group that we have. You know, we have the staff that have been on board from day one that just believed that this could happen. Our federation has been understaffed. We have a lot of positions that are not filled in, so we got a lot of people that are putting in so much work to fill in for other positions, but the players themselves, not only did they believe that this could happen, it's how they came together. You know, it's very hard, and I played basketball for a long time. It's very hard to find a group of guys that, one, they're about basketball, but more than anything, they want that family atmosphere. It's almost like we all care about each other, not just because of basketball. You know, everybody in the team, everyone would tell you, you know, even if we were to take a road trip together and there's no basketball, everyone would just have a good time. I think when you can create that, and that's what we have with this national team. You know, we have a group of guys that just, even out there, you could see it. You know, we're happy for each other. We pick up each other. When someone's got it going, when he had it going, Sunday came up to me, and he's like, I'm not looking at anyone else. I'm just giving him the ball. You know, and the whole bench knew that he's got it going. Let's just keep going to him. And that's when you have that kind of team, that's how you win. So, for us to make it possible, I really think there's a lot of things that had to come together besides just being good at basketball. We really have good quality of people.
I'll pass the coach question to Nderitu.
Nooney, as a leader on this team, an incredible performance tonight. Obviously, we're going to enjoy this quite a bit. But what's the mindset for the rest of this window and then preparing for the World Cup?
I mean, everyone's mindset obviously is to have the first place. That way we can go into the World Cup with better seeding. I think everyone obviously is still focused in, even though we qualify for the World Cup, to win the next 2 games. That's just as important as this first game that we won, because now it's going to help us with the seeding.
Absolutely. Coach Wall, looking at the numbers, and correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Wall is now 7-0 as coaching this team in the African qualifiers. Is that correct? I mean, what has been your strategy, your mindset, putting together this team and put this team in this position?
I have to give credit to Royale, Ivy, Fortune, Coach Mantegna. Those are the coaches. We're using their system. They put a hell of a system together. Royale has been amazing in just knowing what offense would work with these guys. As my role is really defensively. I thrive on defense. I like putting defenses together. I watched players my whole career. That's how I got to play a lot of minutes, by just watching tendencies. And over the course, even when I was with the Bulls, I would help the coaching staff with the defense. So for me to get the opportunity to do it again at this level, it's amazing. But this whole system and what we're doing, this is Royale, Ivy, Coach Mantegna, Fortune. This is their blueprint that got us this far. We got together a lot of times and brainstorm how could we put this team to be the best team they could possibly be. And so far our system has been working.
Before we pass, I ask a question to Nooney. Coach Lowell, what did you make of the performance of this young man sitting next to you?
We got to look at his record. Nooney lost against Senegal and I think against Nigeria. I think that's it. And when he lost against Nigeria, it was our first game and the court was so slippery. I'm not making excuses. And that game he had 30-something. So his record with our national team so far, whenever he plays, and I told our coaching staff this, there's a few players that can really play terrible or play really, really bad for 3 quarters, which he didn't, but play really bad. And you give him 6 minutes or 5 minutes and he'll win you the game. You just got to stay within the game. And when you have that as a team, the confidence that we have as a team and a coaching staff is huge. Even going into this game, when we cut it to 4 points, he hit the half-court shot. To me, if that half-court shot doesn't go in, we're down 7. It's a totally different fourth quarter, and it takes special players to make special plays. But when you get to the final 6 minutes, especially in African basketball, you need a guy that just takes the game, and we have that.
Yeah, absolutely. Nooney, we had a few South Sudanese fans, very few, but some. What's your message to them, for those who came to the stadium and those back home in Juba?
I want to answer that. I'm sorry, Nooney. I'm sorry. This is going out to FIBA. It's going out to the Egyptian Federation. Whatever's been going on this week, I hope everything is being recorded and how teams are treated and everything is being programmed. We should be disappointed that we have a team in South Sudan that's about to make history. That's an incredible story, not only for FIBA, but for African basketball, where our fans are traveling from states, traveling from countries, flying in. Nobody brings in more fans than South Sudan right now. But for our fans to show up at the stadium, there was no notice. We were never told that there's no fans allowed in the game. We were told fans are allowed to come. This morning we woke up and our fans are outside. They stood there the whole game. They're not allowed. FIBA should be ashamed. Federation or Egyptian Federation should be ashamed. Whatever's going on here needs to stop. Basketball doesn't need this. This is a great story, and we've been robbed today from celebrating with our fans who came all the way out here. Now as a team and a federation, as a president of federation, we need to do something for those fans to make it up, because that's the biggest disappointment that I have. We make history and our fans are not allowed on the day of making it. They didn't announce it yesterday or last week. They announced it today. FIBA needs to look at that.
Okay. Regardless of what's happened today, Noni, your fans have been loyal to the team over the African qualifiers. Do you have a message to them?
Yeah, I have a message. Obviously, everything that Lou said is 100% facts, but, you know, we do have the best fans. You know, for them to be able to, you know, stand outside for the whole game since this morning just shows, you know, and they should have been able to be a part of this inside. Not a lot of people understand, you know, how far they had to travel, what they had to do to get here, you know, so I just feel like it's unfair to us, but you guys are amazing. We love you guys, and we can't wait to continue to ride this wave with you guys, and every step of the way, you guys have been with us, and, you know, it's much love from the whole team and everybody.
Okay, with that said, we conclude this press conference tonight. Coach Lowell, congratulations again. Noni, congratulations. Thank you. All the best.
Back to Akuth, and he hands it off. Three-point attempt, and he's fouled on the shot. He's got a chance for a 4-point play. It's the sixth qualifier that he's played in. Oh, goodness gracious, look at that, going right down the lane. Here goes Cab again. He's feeling it. He puts it up, and wow, he's doing it all right now. Kamba, he's had the hot hand. He puts it up. It's good. Saku has it, going up against Duke Jok. Turns. What a play by the veteran Jordan Sacco. The dump. And the foul, 3-point play opportunity coming for Barr. Oh, beautiful pass and making the cut, Barr. Yeah, Barr is just essential. In my opinion, he's their best pivot. Maybe a little bit undersized. Here's Ding for three. And again, Ding is just... Pump fake. And once again, boy, what a tough pass and tough catch that was. Entry pass down low, Shonganya again. This time he does go up and he makes it. That's more like it at Variste. Stroking the three, getting it back to a 10-point deficit. It's all about stops right now for this DR Congo team. Giving up a lot of space though, and the wide open three, and the stop is not what they get. Well, it was a mid-range, short rather, air ball. Oh, Padet Wang, nice turn, just the layup. He's been very good in the second half. Not the first choice players you would think. They've come out and made the most of their opportunity. 3-point shot is good. Pump fake, Sacco, and he goes back up and scores. That was Jack Kapongo Kabuya getting it back to a 17-point deficit. But they got to get a stop here. The alley-oop pass! And we're not having any of that. No comebacks.
By this time, you're working your way down, right? You're coming off, set a screen for Deng right here. Coach, coach. All right, okay, we are coming. Hey, listen.
South Sudan, another rebound, up 22 points. Another lob, another dunk. Well, we knew there was going to be another at this. Padet Wang says, go up and get it, big fella. (82-61), folks.
Against the Democratic Republic of Congo. Coach, congratulations again, and your thoughts on this victory, please.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of staying focused. You know, this is always a tough game after you qualified, especially, you know, a back-to-back game. You just qualified, you're celebrating, you're getting all the praises from everyone. It's hard to, you know, sometimes mentally, you have to be mentally strong. And I thought, you know, the guys showed a huge character today. And also when we play, you know, the way we played and everyone playing also shows respect for our opponent. We didn't take them lightly. They're a very good team. They're coming together. I thought that, they execute well, they play hard, so we had to be ready. So I'm proud of the guys today.
Majok, your view on this Congolese team and also on the outcome of the game, please.
I mean, like Lou said, they're a great team. It's like we respect them. We came out ready, and I think we get the job done by, especially after you are qualified. You can get a hangover from that. But, we're coming in here, it's business. We're trying to get all 3 games, but we took care tonight, and we got 1 more to go.
Okay. Do you have a question? Okay.
Lou, can you talk about Kochbar and the minutes that he's been playing the last 2 games and the impact on the team?
With Quach, he's one of those guys that every coach wants to have. He never questions his minutes. He never questions plays not being run for him. He knows how to. He's just a vet. He knows how to play the game. So for us, he's a huge piece of what we're doing now. And, you could always rely on him. Whether it's foul trouble, whether it's playing the 4, the 5, you're going to get the same player every time. And for us as a team, we count on him because when he comes in a game, we know exactly what he's going to give us.
Okay. Do you have a question in English? Okay.
Mr. Alain Salou for Congo. I congratulate you for winning. What do you appreciate Congo today?
Yeah, I think, we came into the game, even I watched them yesterday against Cameroon, and I think that they're a team that just needs more time together. I feel that they have the talent, they play hard, they've shown it by beating Senegal in the last group stages, but they have a unit that can really be good, and I thought that their coach did a good job in such a short time to put them together. So for us, this was one of those games where we're playing a well-coached team with a lot of talent, and we just came off of a win. So it's really easy to fall into playing them. We didn't want to go into the 4th quarter with a close game. So our guys did a good job of opening up the lead in the 3rd quarter. And after that, they're trying to play a catch-up game. And for us, it was just about executing.
Okay. Question for Majok. Sorry, you have another question.
Majok, the last 2 games, you come off the bench and just had a hot hand right away and really scored the ball well and efficiently. Can you just talk about mentally, how do you prepare knowing that you're coming off the bench, but you can be effective right away?
I feel like that's my job. I'm one of the older guys here. Me coming off the bench, I take that, I try to start in my role, and I try to take that serious. I'm just coming in just to do whatever I can for the team to win. So, yeah, just staying ready. I've been doing it for a bit of time now, so I'm kind of used to it. But, yeah, I'm just glad my teammate, they look out for me, find me, put me in the right situation to be successful, and I took advantage of that.
Question for both Coach and Majok. You still have an important game to play tomorrow against a team that you've beaten a few months ago in Monastir. So can you talk about the mindset going to that game, considering the rivalry that's building up between Egypt and South Sudan?
Yeah, no, for us that's who our next opponent is. We try to win every game that we play. So, we look forward to preparing and getting ready for tomorrow's game. Egypt is a very, very good team that, we need to be at our best to be able to beat them. So we'll get ready for tomorrow. But, just like I said about Congo, just like I said about Senegal, right now our mindset shifts to our next opponent. Today, when we woke up, was all about Congo. Yesterday was all about Senegal. Right now, I want guys to enjoy the win. When the clock strikes to midnight and you go to sleep, you have an opponent tomorrow that's trying to beat you. So when you get up in the morning, you got to be prepared to go to battle and be at your best So, you know, Egypt happens to be next, so we'll prepare the guys and play.
Majok, you've played against Egypt in Monastir. You've seen them play here in Alexandria. What lessons have you taken? What's your scout report on this Egypt team?
They're a tough team. We just got to come out. I think our weakness is rebound. So once we rebound, I think we're going to be okay.
Okay, so I'll pass the question to in Arabic. Okay, so
السؤال
are you comfortable talking in Arabic? Is it a question to the coach or to the player? He doesn't speak Arabic. He speaks no Arabic.
التأهل لنهائيات كأس العالم هل خططتوا ليها؟
عايز تقول له ايه؟ عايز تقول الآن in English.
ولا بعد تحقيق العلامة الكاملة مع أول 2 ويندو؟
Are you going to ask it?
You speak English.
Are you planned for qualifying to World Cup from the first game to in the?
But our mindset as a team, it's not about one game. It's just about winning every game that we play.
Nobody really scoring. Egypt in this little zone, forcing South Sudan have to shoot 15-footers. But Wong with the ball. Egypt staying in this zone. And they're just picking it apart. Beautiful finish underneath. Deng there. Halim Ali. Shujao on the floor. We know him as Gandhi on the back of his shirt, but Abdul good little fake. And a foul and another and one. Flex your muscles. Why not? Now they get a look. Last few seconds. Gandhi gets into his bag. Off the glass. Can you believe it? I told you that boy is hot. Absolutely fantastic. Look at this crossover. Gets the shot up with the time running down. Gandhi, as the back of his shirt says, probes, looks for a pass, gets it. Time right on the money. Beautiful pass. Kwani. Looks for a shot. And they answer right back. South Sudan not going anywhere. Like I said. And one for Omet this evening. 36 points. You need to slow him down. Kwani gets into his position. You know he loves that three-point shot too. Come on. Just one of those nights where anything you put up goes in. And they answer right back. Gatwick. They look to take an early three. Rims in and out. And South Sudan get a nice little... Still in this zone. Gonna stay in it. Whole time they get this 15-foot jump shot for Deng. Look at this, puts it up on a plate. Throwing prayer up there. And they've got a wide open Deng down low, rocks the rim. They get the hot hand and he goes into that floater and it's another and one. And they decide to slow the ball. They've got time is on. And the dancing will start to happen. And a beautiful finish by Deng. You blink. This fourth quarter really has been South Sudan as they throw up the alley-oop and really put the cherry on top. Nothing left in the tank. He's been making that shot all day and he's exhausted as he will take his prayers and say thank you.
Can you please give us your view on this big win against Egypt on home soil, please?
Yes, today was a tough game. I knew that, yesterday was mentally tough for us to play after being qualified. But, we played a very close first half yesterday, and we were able to take the game over in the second half. Today, mentally, guys are looking at last game. It's a lot going on. A lot of fans around and everything. So there was a lot of distraction, and it was easy to just not lock in and focus. So we had to dig deep as a team and play, like I said last night, we play to win every game. Whether it's a friendly game or just important game, or even if we qualified, we want to build a habit that we play to win every game.
Okay, Kwani, do you want to share with us your views on this game, please?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a game where we had to go in and dig deep, but at the same time though, it was a very, very personal game, and we just had a slow start, but everybody knew that this was a very important game that we had to win, and it just took a lot longer to get there. Egypt came out tough. Number 5 hit a lot of tough shots, but we were able to just stay together, regroup, and pull it out at the end.
Coach Lowell, August 2022, 20-point win against Egypt in Monastir, Tunisia, and another 20-point wins against Egypt here in Alexandria. How does that make you feel? I mean, thinking about the rivalry between Egypt and South Sudan.
I don't know why you guys keep saying a rivalry between us and Egypt. We played Egypt twice and we beat them twice. I don't. I know South Sudan and Egypt are very close countries. There's a lot of South Sudanese population here. But I'm not just going to create a rivalry to create a rivalry. They're a very, very good team. We're a very, very good team. We faced them twice. We've been able to win those games. For us, we've played teams that we lost to and we bounced back. When we first lost to Tunisia, we lost twice. We committed to get better and beat that team. Senegal beat us. We committed to get better and beat that team. We beat Egypt last time. We knew they're going to try to get us back. So it's staying, consistent is really, really important in our program.
Kwani, I don't think there's a story similar to South Sudan in African basketball history. In your first attempt to qualify to the World Cup, you made it. Can you go back in time and just bring us, back to February 2022, or first qualifier, regional qualifier, up until now qualifying for the World Cup? Take us through that journey from 2020 to this moment, please.
No, it's been a very, overall it's been a very, very exciting experience. Just being able to just see how quick we've grown as a basketball federation, and all the players around the world coming together, just seeing how much it brings the country together. But overall, it's just, I wouldn't say unexpected, because we know what we're capable of doing. It was just a matter of, bringing everybody together, getting everybody on the same page. But since February, since we started in Zone 5, our goal was to just get out of Zone 5 and qualify for the AfroBasket. And once we got there, and played against those teams, we knew that we have a chance to, be one of the best teams in Africa if we just commit to it. And the greatest thing is that every player, everyone that came on board, just bought in straight away. No one came in with the mindset of trying to be selfish. I'm doing this for myself. It was all, I'm coming to do what I got to do for my country, what I got to do for my people, and continue to elevate our country up. So from there to where we are right now, the journey has literally been, I don't know, can't really put it into words. It's just overwhelming, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. That's all.
Just before I open the floor, just one quick question to Coach Lowell. I'm sure you're proud of your players, but thinking about the World Cup, are you considering bring a few new players to the team? A lot has been said about some NBA, G League, and college players. Is this part of the plan?
I've never been to the World Cup. There's so much we need to learn. You know, just like everything is new to us every time, we want to tackle it in the best way we can. We want to look at, you know, what can South Sudan do in a World Cup? How do we prepare? What's going on? But right now for us, you know, we made history. We go into the World Cup. It's something that no matter what would never ever be taken away. This is something that the first South Sudanese team to ever achieve it, the first team in the history to ever do it in the first try. And I don't know how many teams in the past have been 11-1 in qualifying. So we never came into this thinking that this is what we want to accomplish right away. We just wanted to win each game that we played. And one after the other, we kept getting better. Guys committed to each other. And I said this yesterday. I don't think we're not, I know we're playing basketball, but we're not a basketball team. We're representing a nation that needs more than basketball. We're just using basketball as a tool to bring the attention to what we are capable of. And for me, and I think for every player and everybody, the staff, everyone in the team, it's been such an amazing opportunity and feeling to get the chance to put smiles in our people's face and to see them cheering and happy. And even now, just to have a topic that's so positive and so exciting, it's not only good to see, but the feeling is amazing. And we're going to enjoy every single minute of it, because for us, we're, you know, a brand new country with a brand new name, and we want to put that name out there in a positive way.
Question for the media.
Lual, that actually leads to my question. You've been a part of some incredible teams, Brixton, Blair, Duke, Final Four, Chicago, all the playoff runs, but you've never been able to lead your home and your people to something like this. So where does this rank within everything you've done in your basketball career?
هو قال لي اتكلم عربي لكن انا ما بتكلم عربي هسه بتكلم عربي لكن ما اقدر اتكلم عربي في التلفزيون so هتكلم بانجليزي. The question is if where does this rank? Honestly, for me, it's a new feeling. Being on the side and celebrating and winning it. I would really say this is, basketball-wise, probably the biggest accomplishment that I've been a part of. Everything else, Final Four, to me, is up there, but it was different. I was in a school and a team that expected to win it. So even when we went to the Final Four and we lost, you know, we weren't happy. We wanted to win it. With, you know, Chicago Bulls, Eastern Conference, it's the Chicago Bulls. You're supposed to, you know, and no matter what you do, at the end of the day, you're getting paid all this money. You're supposed to do it anyway. So it's different. This one is really the biggest one because nobody really thought within 3 years that South Sudan would have the best basketball record in Africa. Even myself, to be honest, when we took over, we wanted just the opportunity to compete. I never went in thinking that we're going to be 11-1 and be the best record in Africa going to the World Cup. To me, that's the biggest accomplishment so far.
Coach Lual, before you start, before Kwani and you took over the federation, there was a gentleman called Jerry Steele who coached this team. What did you make of his, work with the South Sudanese Basketball Federation, and are you in contact with him at all?
I had a few interaction with Jerry Steele. At the time, I was still playing in the NBA. So to be honest with you, at the time, I didn't even think that I would be president of Basketball Federation of South Sudan. So everything that Jerry Steele did in the past, I appreciate it, I respect it. I never kept up with it because I never, when I was playing, I didn't look at South Sudan Federation and said, I'm going to be a part of it. How it happened is when I retired, there was an opportunity and there was voting going on. So as soon as I retired, I looked at it and I said, okay, this is an opportunity in my career instead of going and working in a front office or being a coach in an NBA or whatever. Here's an opportunity to take a break of just playing basketball for so long, being professional since, I was 18 years old. I just retired. Here's an opportunity to dedicate the next, 4 to 10, 12 years of my life to really try to fix and, grow basketball in South Sudan. So I sat down and I said, okay, here's my blueprint. And this is what I would do. If I was the president of federation, I would focus on a national team to put the attention out there, and hopefully we can bring in the attention for people to realize how talented South Sudanese are, and hopefully we can bring back this, whatever we benefit from, back home. At the end of the day, we qualified for the World Cup. Everybody's praising us, but really the answer now is what happens back home. As a federation, our biggest challenge is what do we do back home? Are we renovating basketball courts? Are we, being supported to develop the game of basketball? Because if you saw what happened here or what took place in the last 3 years, it's a no-brainer to not invest in sports in South Sudan.
Lol, you had an incredible life growing up. You lived in this country. You lived in Alexandria. I believe you spoke Arabic back in the days. I don't know how good is your Arabic, but we have a colleague here trying to ask you a question in Arabic, so it's up to you if you're able to respond or not.
بداية مبروك لشعب جنوب السودان على التأهل، وكنت عايز أسألك عن أصعب لحظة مرت عليك في خلال التصفيات، خلال المباريات، وإيه هي روشتة النجاح اللي خلت دولة زي جنوب السودان لسه حديثة العهد توصل للتوب؟ إيه روشتة النجاح اللي اعتمدت عليها؟
Okay. If I stood if I stood this correctly, are you asking what it took to get to the top as a basketball federation? Mush? So I wish I could answer it in Arabic. I know in my mind I think I can, but it's shwaya. No, for us, honestly, I think I said it before. We focused on the team itself, not the game. We focus on, we prepare. We do scouting. We know what other teams are running. We provide everything that the players need to the best of what we can. I know for a fact there's a lot of people complain about their federation not taking care of players. And even now, when I speak with FIBA, my biggest thing, and I want to be an advocate, players have to be taken care of. Even the scheduling. Basketball is too good to play 3 games in a row. It's too good to play 4 games in a row when I was in Uganda with the girls. And I know there's a budget and whatever issue, but this is a product that's very, very good. There's a lot of good players. We have to take care of them. You get the best basketball when we treat the players the best way. And I'm pushing for that, and I think that's the next level where we could take basketball in Africa.
We have another question on the floor.
Last question. Kwani, South Sudan has, I believe, one of the largest diasporas in the world. Yeah. So what does it mean to you with this team and your new brothers and to be around other South Sudanese that you never even knew existed until you got together for basketball? Can you just speak about the brotherhood of the team?
No, it's great. Unfortunately, because of the civil war thing going on in South Sudan, we have South Sudanese spread out everywhere across the globe. But when we come together, we know that there's a lot of things going on back home, all the tribalism, conflict, and everything. But when we come together, it's just all about playing for South Sudan. We know this is way bigger than basketball, and we know it brings everybody together. So whenever we're in the locker room, we just come together. Anyone that comes on board just knows that this is a brotherhood. We know that we're creating history. Everybody's always there for each other. Win or lose, we have to encourage each other. Push everybody up, because at the end of the day, when we win, everybody wins. It's not about this guy playing for themselves or anything. So we have a great group of guys. I love playing with them. I'm so blessed to be here with all these guys, and we still have so much more to offer, and it's a great group of guys. Love them all.
11-1. Congratulations again, Coach.
Thank
and
you.
with that, we conclude this press conference.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.